quite a special flight because it's the first flight to Vilnius.
Very beautiful good morning guys from Zurich, Switzerland. So today I arrived from Berlin in Swiss economy class of their A320. And today there will be a very first Swiss Airlines flight to Vilnius, Lithuania. So I'm flying in business class on board their Airbus A220-100. As well as you saw, probably I'm not wearing a mask because Switzerland removed all the restrictions. So you don't need to wear a mask even at the airport. So I think now it's time to go and explore the lounge over here, and yeah, looking forward for this very special event today. I have decided to visit Swiss Business Class Lounge, which is located in Alpha sector of Zurich Airport. I still had enough time until my gate will be displayed on the screen. After a short walk, I came to the lounge. It has two separate entrances, one for Swiss Business Class passengers and the other one for frequent flyers with senator status. This time I decided to check a regular business class lounge so that you could have a clear view of what it is like. At the entrance I was greeted by friendly staff members, and after checking my boarding pass I was ready to explore this lounge. Since I wasn't that hungry, I have decided to have a glass of Coke and get some work done before my flight. Lounge itself has three parts. One small sitting zone next to the entrance. Unfortunately I didn't manage to film it. Then you need to use stairs to enter the second part as a main hall with the food. And the last one is silent zone, where you can relax and get some rest. Talking about catering service in this specific lounge, overall it has pretty decent amount of food and drink options. As well, this lounge has a terrace where you can have a cigarette if you'd like to smoke. I have spent around 50 minutes at this lounge, and before leaving it I decided to visit the restroom, which was insanely clean, and body lotion had such a nice smell. Huge thumbs up to Zurich Airport for keeping it in the next level. By the way, these are the stairs I mentioned. I'm not sure if it had elevator for people who couldn't climb the stairs. Let me know down in the comments if you know. I wanted to be at the gate as soon as possible for the opening ceremony. But wait a bit to see what happens next. So my boarding gate was assigned, so you got Alpha 56, so I'm now heading towards my gate to see what's going on there. When I arrived to my gate, I was surprised that there was no celebration mood at all. I was really shocked that on such a special day airline didn't want to celebrate their first flight to Vilnius. But this didn't stop here. A few minutes later, business class passengers were invited to board the plane. Staff scanned my boarding pass and I had to wait next to the door for the bus to arrive, since we got a remote stand. Bus arrived, and guess what? Business class passengers were put in the same bus with the rest of the people. I thought, okay, maybe they will let us leave the bus first, but no, that didn't happen. So is Swiss Airlines calling priority boarding just that they scanned our tickets first? Well, I have no idea, but I have flown Swiss business class before and never had such an experience. So guys, the boarding just started to our plane, Airbus A220-100. I have flown this aircraft before, as well in business and economy in both. And yeah, let's board the plane. Hello.
Good morning, hi, welcome aboard.
After boarding, I stowed my bag in the overhead bin and took my seat 1 Alpha. At my seat, I found a small bottle of water and a refreshing towel. My mood quickly fixed by wonderful cabin crew who really impressed how helpful and friendly they were. So guys, welcome on board this inaugural flight to Vilnius on board Airbus A220-100. So I'm sitting here in my seat 1A in business class. So this is the legroom we have. Unfortunately, the legroom isn't that good, so if you're taller than try to avoid row 1. We will come back to detailed seat review a bit later. For now, it is time to listen to Captain's announcement.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Captain. My name is Simankovas and I wish you a warm welcome aboard our aircraft service to Vilnius. It's quite a special flight because it's the first flight for 20 years. The last company who flew to Vilnius was called Swiss Air, so it's actually a very special flight. I do hope you feel comfortable already, and afterwards we all wish you a very pleasant flight. My colleague in the cockpit, by the way, is First Officer Mr. Thomas Shukis.
Then the safety demo was launched, engine started, and we started our short taxiing to runway 28.
Cabin crew, prepare for departure. Shuttle.
After takeoff, cabin crew offered me a glass of champagne with a small snack, which I really liked. Around 20 minutes into the flight, cabin crew approached me to inform about lunch options on their first A220 service to Vilnius. No menus were provided, cabin crew offered to choose between chicken breast or risotto as the main dish. I decided to go with chicken. Shortly my meal was ready and perfectly served with the salad and chocolate cake as a dessert. Meal was really good and I enjoyed it so much. I think Swiss has one of the best food on their flights above 2 hours. Then another thing which I was really surprised about, that there was a family with 2 children flying in business class. They were screaming half of the flight, and don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against kids and no discrimination here. I was just surprised that such a small kids are flying business class. I think business class should be achieved as you go through the path of your career. And for us, it is an experience and opportunity to celebrate travel, as one good aviation geek said. But never mind, after I finished my meal, I moved to the back of the business class to show you the seats. A220 has 2-3 configuration in both business and economy class. In business class, if you sit on the left side, you'll be sitting alone, since seat next to you is blocked, and on the right, middle seat will be empty. Seat itself is made out of the leather and looks pretty stylish in my opinion. Unfortunately, there is no difference between economy and business class, however, the legroom is really good, and just as mentioned before, if you're above 175, I would suggest to avoid row 1. Another reason why I like to fly A220 is that they have huge windows, just look at that. As well, forgot to mention, above their seat you will find a small screen where usually they show your location and other relevant flight data. After a short seat review, I went to visit the lavatory. It is very compact and with no amenities, but very clean. I think it is just right for European routes. Then I stopped for a small chat with the cabin crew, which was just incredible on this flight, and I'm super thankful to them. Few minutes later, they came to my seat and gave me a small present. Lots of original Swiss chocolate, which I love so much. That's very kind. And at that moment, First Officer came with arrival data as we started our approach to Vilnius.
Dear passengers, Simankovas from the flight here, First Officer speaking. We are approaching Vilnius. Remaining flight time is 15 minutes from now. Weather is good, a bit cloudy and 1 degree centigrade at the moment. Labai smagu, kad šiandien skridote pirmuoju reisu, jums gražios dienos kelyje. Cabin crew, please prepare for landing.
To summarize this flight, it was pretty decent. Despite few disadvantages on the ground, I would choose to fly Swiss in any class for European flights, and definitely would like to try them on a long flight to check what the service is like there. After landing, I was really looking forward for the water salute as a greeting for the new airline in Vilnius airport. However, the weather wasn't that good, therefore no water salute on this flight, because the temperature was just 1 degree Celsius. Shortly we arrived to our gate and I was ready to disembark the plane. So just landed in Vilnius. I'm the first passenger to leave the aircraft. It's a very special moment. Luckily, there was a small celebration at Vilnius airport to celebrate first flight back to Zurich. What do you think about Swiss Airlines? Have you ever flown them before? Let me know down in the comments and I'll see you very soon.